Welcome everyone in lecture 26 of unit 4, and we are on the very last topic of this unit, and that is two stack push down automata. So as from the name it suggests that we have two stack. Instead of one stack we are having one extra stack to increase the computation power of push down automata. Now look at the configuration of two stack PDA. Two stack PDA is also known as PDA with two stacks. It is push down automata with two stacks. And as we know that we have a input file having input symbols, say a1, a2, a3, some input made of input symbol is on input file. We have finite state control, and in finite automata in FA we read input from the input file and move forward, and at the end if we reach to a final state then input is accepted, or if we reach to the non-final state then input is rejected. And in finite automata we cannot store anything, so it cannot accept the languages like A and Bn. Then in push down automata we add a stack along with this finite state control. This is a read head. We read input from here and move forward, and we put a stack. This is a RW head. It means that from the top of the stack we either push something here or we pop something from this stack. Now in two stack PDA, instead of one stack we have two stacks here. We have two stacks, say stack 1 or stack 2. Stack is also known as push down store 1, push down store 2, or in short PDS 1, PDS 2. So now we have two stacks. So on reading a input symbol from a input file we can do push operation here and or pop operation here. We can do push operation here and pop operation here. We can push and pop on two stacks simultaneously on reading a input symbol from the file. So here transition function is as from a state we read some input symbol, or we can read null. We saw what is there at the top of the stack 1 and top of the stack 2. Then we reach to some state, we do some operation on the top of stack 1, and we do some operation at the top of stack 2. So this is the transition function. And by having two stacks here, two stack PDA is more powerful. So what is the meaning of more powerful? So it can recognize the languages that cannot be recognized by normal PDA. So we can design push down automata, two stack push down automata for the languages for which we cannot design normal PDA. It's mean it is more powerful. Suppose we have a language AN, BN, CN, n greater than equal to 1, and we know that this is a non-context free. It is non-CFL, and it cannot accept by normal PDA, but it can be accepted by two-stack PDA. And we know that why it is not accepted by normal PDA, because in normal PDA we have a stack, we can push A into stack, and by reading B we can pop A. So when we reach to C, stack get empty and we cannot match C. But in two stack PDA we have two stack, so we can push A into stack 1. On reading B, we can pop A from stack 1, and we can push B into stack 2. We can store B while we are popping A. Suppose we have a input A, B, 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 and C, C, C. And now we have two stacks, say stack 1 and stack 2. This is the A input from this language L is equal to AN, BN, CN, and we know that it is non-context free. Now we have two stack Z1, Z0, and Z0 dash is the stack initial symbol of stack 1 and stack 2 simultaneously. So if we read A, we can push A into stack 1. On reading this A, we are pushing A into stack 1. We can push all A into stack 1. On reading B, we can pop this A and push B into stack 2. Why we are pushing B into stack 2? Because we have to match B with C also. We have to match A with B, B with A, and we have to match B with C also. In A and B and C, and all three are equal in the order. First we get A, then B, then we get C, and counts are equal. So while we are matching, we push A, we match B with A by popping here, and we push B also here, so that we can match B with C also. So on reading B, we pop A here and push B here. On the reading this B, we can pop this A and push B here. On reading this B, we can pop this A and push this B here. Now when we reach to C, we have B in the stack 2. So on reading this B, we can pop this B. On reading this C, we can pop this B. On reading this C, we can pop this B. And at the end of the input, you will get stack you will get Z0 at the stack 1 and Z0 dash at the stack 2, and you can pop this and accept by the final state or accept by the empty stack. You will get the stacks as it was initial configuration. So we can match A and B and Cn. We can design post two stack PDA for A and B and Cn. Now look how we design it formally. We start from state Q0, reading A as input. Z0 dash is stack initial symbol of stack 1, and Z0 dash is the stack initial symbol of stack 2. And what we are doing, on reading A, we are pushing it into the stack 1. We push state remain Q0, we push A into stack 1 and do nothing at stack 2. This is the first step. Now again we can read more A's. Now A will be on the top of stack 1 and stack 2 remains Z0 dash. Now we will push this A also, and stack 2 remains as it is. So by using this transition, we can push all A's into the stack 1. Now we will read first B A will be on the top of stack 1 and Z0 dash will be at the top of stack 2. And this is the first V, so we have to change state here, and by reading this B, we have to match B with A. So we have to pop A here, and we have to push this B into the stack 2. We push this V into the stack 2. Now this is the first B. We can have more B's. B on input, A on stack 1, and now B is on the top of stack 2 by pushing this B. Now what we have to do? We have to pop this A from stack 1 and we have to push B into stack 2. So it becomes a loop in which we are reading B, popping A and pushing B. Now we will reach to the C, and now this stack will be at Z0. We can pop all A's on reading all B's, and second stack having B at the top, and this is the first C, so change the state into the Q2. And what we need to do nothing on stack 1 and popping B from stack 2. This is first C. Now for more C's, we have B on stack 2 and we can pop B from the stack 2. And at the end of the input, you will get Z0 at the top of stack 1 and Z0 dash at the top of stack. So here you can move to QF by accepting by final state, or you can leave it at Q0 and pop Z0 dash and Z0 dash, so that it can accept by empty stack. So in this way we can design PDA for AN, BN, CN, 2-stack PDA. And here PDA, 2-stack PDA, M has 6 tuples only, having states, input symbol A, B, C, stack symbol A, B, Z0 dash, because we didn't push C into the stack, we pushed A, B and Z0 dash is stack initial symbols. 4 tuple is transitions are as these, and 5th tuple is start state, and 6th tuple is the final state. Here we do not have stack initial symbols in the tuples. We do need not to mention them in the tuples. It is a 6-tuple machine. 2-stack PDA is a 6-tuple machine. This is the final state. And why we are mentioning 5? Because here we are making stack empty and we are not changing any special state. We are not making it final state. We can write QF here, we can write QF here, but we are accepting here by empty stack only. We can do it by final state also, by writing QF here. In place of 5 we can write QF and we can add QF here. So this is the 2-stack PDA for AN, BN, CN. Now I am giving you a home exercise for the language AN, BN, CN, DN, where n greater than equal to 1. And I am giving you a hint so that you can design it easily. Suppose we have a input this, we have 2 stacks. What we can do? We can read A and push A into the stack 1. On reading B, what we can do? We can pop A and push B into stack 2. On reading B, pop A and push B into stack 2. On reading B, pop A and push B into stack 2. Now on reading C, what you need to do? Match C with B. You can pop this B and push C into this stack. You can push C into this stack. So by reading this, you can pop here and push here. you can pop here and push here. So now when you are reaching to D, you have a C on stack 1, so you can pop C with D. On reading D you can pop this, on reading D you can pop this. So you can design a PDA for AN, BN, CN, DN also. You can also design PDA for AN, BN, CN, DN, EN also by applying the same procedure. When you reach to the C, when you reach to the E, you can on reading C, on reading D you can pop C and store D into this stack. It is a continuous process. You can design, you can compare any counts here. You can compare A with B, A with B and C, A and B and C, and A and B and C and D and E, A and B and C and D and E, and similarly. So you are supposed to do this problem, and I will give this problem in Google Classroom also. Thanks for attending the lecture.